The game has changed.
The game has changed.
The game changed.
Yes.
That's a good name I will leave to. Marcus Garvey says that a people without a history of their origin and their culture is like a tree without a root. He said history is the clock that humanity used to tell of their political and to find their political and cultural time that they're living in. And it's the compass that they're using to know where they are at, and most importantly, where they must be. That's John Henry Clark. As we've said, 90% of those who call themselves the Jewish today in Israel mostly are from Khazarian, as we say. And their homeland is clearly known because there were the Khazarians who inhabited the Caspian Sea and the Caucasus Mountains. And of course, earlier they used to be called the barbarians and the Scythians, the fierce and wild men who were very cruel. And of course, that cruelty we are seeing it today. And religion has been a form of human domination and suppression, and it still is. And that's why I'm always bold enough to point it back at where the root cause and solution lies. Because the society is a reflection of the church. The state of the church. You want to know the state of the church? Look at the society. It's a society that can teach the church. There's a church that can teach the society the truth. And it's the truth that shall set the society free. But if you have religion which is coalesced with lies, then definitely that society will remain in darkness. Because what can illuminate the darkness is light. And as it stands today, I know there is a war in Israel, isn't it? And there are fellow Kenyans who are really praying for Israel. And there are others who are also praying for Palestine. South Africa has even taken Israel to court. I know people are asking Justice and Freedom Party, Justice Juma, what are you guys doing? And my answer has been simple. Because we've always never fought the wars. And that same geographical location actually was a geographical location which was a promised land for Father Abraham. And the descendants of Father Abraham are clearly known. From the church, you can tell us who are the sons of Father Abraham, isn't it? And who are the Gentiles? Because in Genesis 11, the Gentiles were the descendants of Japheth, right? Who are now the inhabitants of those geographical locations that we're talking about. The Anglo-Saxons, the Whalers, the Khazarians, right? And Paul actually was sent to the Gentiles, the Romans, the Grecians, the Ephesians, the Corinthians. You know, the Scythians, we know who they are, right? Paul was never told to send to Africa. He was sent to the Gentiles. So when historically councils and deals that various geographical locations assigned to themselves and allocated themselves with an intention of even changing and doctoring history, including religion, to benefit and befit them, now the tides have turned and they're actually they're pushing in your direction to embrace even lies, because that geographical location they're fighting for was a geographical location where the Byzantine Empire, under the leadership of Constantine, through Catholicism, they are the original owners, so that Vatican should have its headquarters where? In Jerusalem. When the Muslims got it, they changed and they refused to give it back. And now again, the same Christians and the Catholics, through their brothers, Cassarians, are the ones who are coming back. Now they are fighting for it after the Balfour Declaration in 1948 and giving themselves that geographical location as Israel again and making it a state. Now they are fighting for it. The two guys are all the enemies of Africa. The first one are the Arabs who kicked Africa out of their own land. Now, the person who kicked Africa out of their own land now is being kicked out of the land that they kicked us out of. And the same Khazarians of the Gentiles want us now to team up with them to help them kick out our enemy. And then they are our enemy. The same Muslims are again riding into Africa. Look what South Africa is doing. Ignorance, isn't it? And now it's South Africa that is fighting for the persons who kicked their back out of the original land. Is that what we're supposed to do? We therefore should spend more time in enlightening our people and teaching our people correctly. And that's why we are coming to as Justice and Freedom Party. And today I visit you, the people of Muranga, with the greetings from the headquarters of Justice and Freedom Party. And you've listened to our spiritual leader, the only party with a spiritual leader in the entire Kenya. All the political parties, there's no party with a spiritual leader. But Justice and Freedom Party, we have what? A party with spiritual leaders, where we must all go back to relating right with our Creator. And that's the source of the truth that is going to set us free. If we do not have the truth, then we will always remain captive and elect leaders who are not in accordance to Exodus 18:21. Leaders who are capable. Leaders who fear Yahweh. Leaders who speak the truth to power. Leaders who hate covetousness, hate corruption. Those leaders are the ones that can take Kenya to the next level that Kenya wants. And the Kenya that we are dreaming for, or dreaming to, or the Kenya that we are creating is a process. It's beginning and it is now. There is no tomorrow, the people of Muranga. That Kenya is today, isn't it?
Yes.
If we are to start fearing our Creator, you have to begin now, isn't it? Leaders who are capable are people like you who are able to read your scriptures and understand. How can you be a Christian who has never even read the whole Bible for himself? Who can't even know the 10 Commandments, and yet you call yourself a Christian? How? You're not capable, isn't it? And that incapability is what we are taking to State House, where people are sitting in the cabinet and they do not have the merit to perform and deliver on behalf of the people. They lack capability. Those leaders need to go, and they need to go before 2025, isn't it? Yes. And when you're talking about leaders who fear our Creator, it is not just fear in speech or fear, because they are lies. They say they fear their Creator, but when it comes to the poor, they oppress the poor, right? A person who fears their Creator cannot oppress the poor. They're stealing from us. They're adding taxes on us. Weightier than ever before. Yet here they are saying they are the people of the book, or they are the people of the Lord. They are not the people of the Lord. We need to stop them before 2025. If we are saying that they should be leaders of truth, who speak truth to power, these people have never spoken any truth. Each thing they say, they go against their own words. They promise you this in the day, and they do the other in the night, isn't it? Today we are having a big debate in the country regarding constitutionalism. The president has declared the entire judiciary corrupt. And to that effect, he wants to rule without the rule of the law. Because the function of judiciary is very clear, isn't it? The judiciary is the custodian of the Constitution, isn't it? They actually are the ones who can settle disputes when we have disputes. They are the refuge that we can go to and find arbitration, isn't it? And if we have a government which now wants to be the executive, they want to be the legislature, and they also want to be judiciary. Which type of government is that? Kenya never gave themselves a constitution where the government is both executive, judiciary, and the legislature. We have a government that has its own checks and balances, isn't it? So we tell Ruto that impunity must stop, isn't it? And if he truly is truthful, then he must go back to the canon of truth in this country, which is the Constitution, and must respect that, isn't it?
Yes.
And there must be leaders who also fear corruption. These people are stealing day and night. They are looting our coffers like nothing else. Today they've just increased and added electricity, as we're saying. Where are they taking all this money? Because when it comes to services, people can't have money even for the bursaries they promise to our students, isn't it? They've increased school fees to a point that it is so exorbitant. The cost of living is very high. Where are they taking all this money? They have become rich overnight. And they are becoming arrogant, as the scripture says. Their vomit is all over in the media, isn't it? And they are not hiding. These are the individuals we have to stop. So as Justice and Freedom Party, we are visiting you today, the people of Murang'a. And today we are asking you to start working together with us. And working together with us is very easy. One, you become a member of the party. Right nowadays, the registered political parties have made it very easy. To become a member of the party, you just dial *509#. And then you follow the instruction. I'm sure we must do that before we leave here. You follow the instruction, then you can register yourself into Justice and Freedom Party. Such that by the time we're leaving here, we will leave you a member of what? Our party, isn't it? And then we start the journey of preparing you as candidates, because here we are in Murang'a, as Psalm says in Psalms 20, ask of the nation, it shall be given to you, isn't it? And then our feet shall stop, or step upon, it shall do what? Hasn't he given us Murang'a? Hasn't he given us Murang'a, Pastor?
Yes.
Are you going to bring everybody? Are you going to bring everyone?
God bless
So that we win all the seats, right?
God bless you.
Yes, so he has given us Murang'a, and the beginning of takeover is today.
Yes.
So we must start looking for who is our MCA next, isn't it? Who is our MP next? Who is our governor? And our portion of fight is already guaranteed, isn't it?
Yes.
The courage we have, isn't it?
Yes.
The guts we have, isn't it?
Yes.
All we need to do is put our strengths together, isn't it? Yeah, so as the party, we will seek and desire your partnership so that going forward, we work together and make sure that we are the government. Justice and Freedom Party is not just a party. We already have MCAs who are ruling in our party. So we have jurisdictions where we are already ruling. We want to rule now nationally. And it is through your support that we are going to attend this. Isn't that possible? Sio inawezekana? Inawezekana, si ndio? Asante sana, hiyo yote kidogo ndio ningetaka kusema, na ubarikiwe sana. May God be with you and on your side.
Amen.
Thank you.
Can I just say something before you sit? Last year, I don't remember who I was listening to, but it was a prophet I was listening to on YouTube, and he said exactly what you said, that the government, this government shall be taken over by somebody of the kingdom.
And here we are confirmed.
It was
Yes. And that kingdom begin with you and me, and we have to make it happen the way we are beginning. Thank you so much, and thank you for your time.
God bless you.